I remember the car rides, small fights, conversations all night. I never saw you as anything more than a friend, but now I see you in a new light. We're getting older. There's a sparkle in your eyes that wasn't there before. You give me butterflies. It makes me
the first pick.
Get three, Pyro! Get three with the
Blade Kid putting on a clinic. Whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Overwatch Tranquility. We've got the All-Star game for the Transcendence tier. It's myself, Mark's casting, alongside Ty Munster, and we're produced by Booth. And Ty, how you doing tonight? You ready for some All-Star games?
Yeah, I'm really excited. You know, as you guys know, I was here last night. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully tonight can be some extra fun, because this time we're going to not only have some higher SR players, but normally higher SR players means you're going to have hotter takes, because these guys are dumber.
Oh, is that the direct correlation there? I wasn't aware of that. As
the
somebody
higher
who's,
rank you are, the less brain cells you have.
okay,
It
so I'm
explains the-
hard stuck in silver. Does this mean I'm actually a really smart person?
You could outsmart Albert Einstein, yeah.
Oh my god, I need to call my mom. Give me a second. Just kidding. But of course, for the All-Star game, we've got 5 maps lined up for you guys. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have interviews all throughout these different maps. And we're going to be having a little bit of fun with it. So the first 2 maps are just going to be starting out in our regular format. And then on our 3rd map, we're going to be moving things over where we're going to be doing goats. It's going to be a modified version of the Defiant code that was kind of out there. Just kind of reverting back some of those old changes so we can bring back the best meta to ever reach Overwatch. And then map 4, well, that's going to be no limits. And map number 5, we're going to be swapping up role locks into either all supports, tanks, or DPS per different round. It's going to be wild. And yeah, I mean, like you said, we've got some higher SR players. I'm expecting some absolutely nutty plays coming at our game, buddy.
Yeah, it will be some pretty fun things to watch. But you guys know that yesterday we did the experimental patch when we played on Eichenwald, I believe it was, last night as well. So the reason we're not going to be able to do it today is because there was a patch that went through. Don't know why they did a patch today, which, you know, was going to remove experimental. I would have just they should have honestly just kept the experimental for a while, because I think it's just a lot of fun and it's an extra game mode. Honestly, just replace Total Mayhem, make it that. It's so much better.
Yep. It's kind of funny too, because I think the Christmas patch is going to be launching tomorrow. So that's when you can get like all the cool skins that they've been teasing. So why did they purposefully patch the game today to remove experimental mode if they were also going to patch it tomorrow?
I mean, you know, first off, pre-patch, you gotta, you know, sometimes it's easier to have a pre-patch. They might be playing some decent winter event, which I'm hoping happens, since they did delay it, I think, a week or so. So that would make a lot of sense. If they had some sort of like special event, you know, like let's say they, you know, we've already got the Yeti and the Snowball event. Let's say they add like a race with, like, you know, you're on your own sled with the reindeer, something like that, something crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do it, but it'd be fun. It'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, that's why the workshop exists, right?
You know, let's see who can win the Torbjorn Santa races.
Oh god. That's a good photo. Just imagining Torbjorn on top of some sort of device that is being just pulled by an Orisa.
You just
jousting, right?
Torbjorn jousting on a sled. That is what I want from this game.
Yes, that's what we need. You know, they talk about Overwatch being a dead game, but not enough content. Where's our sledding Torbjorns?
Honestly, that would save Overwatch. You know, Aaron, get on it.
All right, well, for our first map of the night, we're going to be going to Rialto. So this should be kind of fun. I mean, obviously, once again, we're going to be keeping it on the regular version of the game. So, you know, the classic, you know, 2 DPS, 2 tanks, 2 supports. And so, yeah, it should be kind of fun. Obviously, because this is the All-Star game, not as much is on the line. And so I'm hoping to see we see some fun, creative plays, Ty.
You know it. This is Overwatch Tranquility. It's the all stars of Overwatch Tranquility. You know creativity is out the window. We're going full on into insanity tonight.
So, okay, what would be, if you were playing this game, what would be your hard lock? Let's say you were doing tank.
Hog, and then Zarya or Ball for the other tank. Obvious
that'd be good.
reasons. Then
Yep.
you're gonna go with the Bastion, of course. I guess that it's a little bit of a dangerous pick. And then go all reliable. Genji.
Yes,
And
you need
finally,
a good.
you need the nano boost and you need the pocket.
Yep.
So goes Zen Moira.
I hate this. I hate this so much, but I love it all at the same time. Hey, Ty, we're actually going to be joined in the booth here during this entire first map. We were waiting for a couple of players here, but turns out we can get this interview underway. So we're going to be joined by Smugs in our lovely casting booth. And hello, Smugs. You are now in our casting booth with us. How you doing?
Good, man. Good to be here. How are you guys?
We're less robotic than you are at the moment, but
Oof.
Well, you sounded fine on my end.
wait, is that me? It's me.
Ty over here just blaming other people for his own mistakes.
I was about to say, nobody gave me a heads up in Trans All-Stars chat,
What is
so
wrong?
what's going on?
What? Hang on. What? So to get McDonald's, don't tell me McDonald's. Okay, I'm hurt, but so get the interview started, Smugs. I'll ask you for the first question. If you could pick any Overwatch hero, just remove them from the game. I'm getting rid of the rework, getting rid of the perfect balance questions for now. Who do you just want to get rid of?
Oh no.
Moira, easily.
Good question. Good answer. Good answer.
Wait, you went with Moira?
I
Out of all
hate
of them?
that hero with a passion so much.
I'm genuinely surprised you didn't say Brig.
I actually like Brig. I think she filled a hole that Overwatch needed, to be honest. Just a support that didn't feel like they were, crippling your team.
Yeah. Good answer. Moira ruins your ranked games, everybody's ranked games, because they just eat this in the back line. Healer role, don't heal. And also, even pro play is still boring.
Yup.
Can we just talk about for a second that they definitely are running a Bastion right now? Coming in with the Bastion. And like
Every hero I called except for Moira and Genji are being played right now. And Ball.
and Ball, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm very interested to see how this Hog Sigma duo was working out there, but his turtle just kind of blew himself up. I guess that kind of explains that one, huh?
Unlike Team, it's Aurum, right? So unlike Team Aurum, I have a 50% success rate right now. That's all I'm saying.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not gonna call anyone out.
All right, so Smugs, during this last season in the Transcendence tier, what was one of the biggest highlights for you?
Biggest highlights. Oh man, I
Just like
think I don't know if this counts, but I wouldn't necessarily call like anything regarding the team as like a highlight. My brother was actually the off tank, and I've never had the chance to play on the team with him because when he started playing the game, I told myself I wasn't going to play the game. Luckily for me, he decided to give it a try again when I decided to play another season of Trank, and I had that chance of playing with my brother in the room behind me. So I think for me, the highlight was just, having the chance to play with them and, being able to compete with each other for a season.
Incredibly wholesome answer. I love it. Did you notice that there was any like? Okay, because obviously competitive games can get a little frustrating at times. Do you think that kind of played a factor at any point where it was like, oh boy?
Yes, but not for the reason you would think. He is in college, so like he's like towards like the second half of the season, he was pretty much swamped with school, and he also kind of started losing motivation for the game. So like our, I guess like arguments, quote unquote, if we ever had any, were because he didn't play the game and it was hurting the team. Not really like anything related to the gameplay itself. It's just that he wouldn't play. So
That's kind of
yeah.
Team comes first, then homework. Separate
Absolutely.
priorities here.
Exactly.
I'm trying to win Trink a third time. You gotta play. Stop.
Disregard
I don't care.
education, acquire SR.
Absolutely.
Here's
Anything for the ring. Anything for the ring.
anything for the ring.
They're trying to Michael Jordan this right now. Like, come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Here's a. Oh my god, you're. Okay. Let me just say first off before I ask you this next question. I cannot believe Billy just got away with pinning a Tracer.
I mean, listen, it happens
It's
every now and
Orsted.
then, right?
It's Orsted. You expect it from Orsted, you know. Bit of a feeding tracer himself, so.
Okay, well, that does slightly lead me into what my question was gonna be. And out of all the teams you could have faced this season, who were you looking at as like, dear Lord, don't make me do this?
I think the obvious answer would be Alpha.
Oh yeah. Probably should have.
Just because we played them when I was still on support in stage 1, and we never played them again. So we don't even know what that match could have even looked like if, you know, when I was back on DPS and our tank, we actually had a tank. So that's like the one matchup that I'd probably say that I'd be like, I don't really want to play this. But at the same time, I kind of did, you know, to see what it'd be like to dual cosign for a series. But no other team really put any fear, you know. We knew Alpha was going to be the top dog, so that's all we kind of just focused on.
Those like, looking at it, you were like, all right, so there's gonna be Alpha, and then there's gonna be the rest of us. So there's no real team outside of Alpha who's a clear number 2 in your eyes.
Well, obviously GDH, but GDH is a little different because I've known all those guys for such a long time now that it's just hard to look at them as like an enemy. Because I knew if I were to play them, I'd feel like I'd accidentally teabag at some point, and then next thing you know, I'm serving a suspension.
It's not
so, yeah, I need to say it for the stream because people are listening. So, accidental teabag, you know,
Unintentional.
unintentional. It just slipped. My keyboard's broken.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, my echidna jumped from the ceiling and landed on my shift key and then started doing Tonga. I don't know what to do about that. Like,
Interesting. Secret agent.
secret agent echidna.
Why did you go with Echidna out of all the possible packs?
I don't know, I was gonna say chinchilla, but then echidna just rolled off the tongue in my brain a little bit better. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Someone's excited for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, clearly.
Okay, don't get me started. Don't get anybody started on Idris Elba. You know what the conversation's going to devolve into. Go back to Overwatch for a second.
Yeah, right. Of course. You know what? I'm gonna be honest right now. I definitely thought they were gonna hold them on point number 1, but somehow they were able to squeak by. It was looking pretty dicey for the attacking team here. But you know what? They got point number 1, but they're running out of time for this point number 2. So Smugs, if you were in this game right now, what would you do in order to win this?
Man, I'm going back to the Bastion. Yeah, I think he swapped off way too early.
He gets it.
Bastion's the way to go here, man.
God, I am so upset right now that was your answer. But
What do you
Why?
mean?
Bastion's a good hero.
You asked the man a question, and now you're insulting him for his honesty. That is not good interviewee-ness.
You're right. This is actually just my bad here.
How dare you?
Alright, looks like this is gonna be the final push. Potentially. The Nano Doomfist, you don't see that too often, huh?
And you're not gonna be seeing it anymore, I guess. But so here's a.
Put in some work though.
Yeah, it really is.
It didn't work. Even if it didn't get many kills, it stalled. But so I brought up the questions earlier. I'm gonna be asking them now. You get to pick one hero to do anything with. You can rework them however you want, and you can just go crazy. Except for a visual design change, obviously you have. If you can rebalance any hero, who would it be, and how would you do it?
Ooh. Balance any hero. I'm actually gonna go with Brig. I think I had seen something a while ago where the rework was something along the lines of pretty much taking away Inspire it would only proc for herself, and it'd be for like about 4 seconds, I think. And the way she would heal is she would pretty much get more packs. So instead of just having 3, she'll have 6. And she'll have a way. I want her to have a way to reset them. I don't know if it's by, you know, if you hit a flail, you cut it down 2-3 seconds or what. But I think making her more kitted around being able to just pack people instead of having like this aura like Lucia, I think that would balance out her healing a lot better, because you're gonna have to. It kind of implements a skill ceiling, so that, you know, if your only way to heal is by throwing packs, it's, you know, you got to think about the timing, who you're giving them to, and, you know, how are you going to get those back, you know, by resetting with, like, let's say flail. I think that would make her feel more of like a skill hero instead of, you know, people just complaining that she's broken at higher SR and weak at low SR. I think that's like the biggest problem with her, is that golds and plats don't know how to use her, but GM players make her look like she is not supposed to be in the game, right? I think if you just make her just heal with packs and make it more mechanical that way, I think it'd be easier to, you know, make her more universal throughout SR levels.
Well, that's a fair answer, but I think the changes you were describing were just what was put into the experimental patch.
Yeah, I actually like that a lot though. I think that's the only change I would make.
It's an interesting one as well to think about, like how the game would function so much differently, even just removing that one small. Oh my god, we're having another spawn camp from a Roadhog.
It's a little Bastion.
They call it out immediately. Are you serious?
Oh, yikes! All right.
That's what we call the pain train.
He's taking the train back home, that's for sure.
Where's your team where they should be, Trey?
Yeah.
Now get in position. Maybe not Billy. Maybe Billy's not where he should be.
Man, Zoner's getting all of these sleeps right now and nades, and you know what? That's just all she wrote from half of these tanks right now. So, you know, it's really working out. This auto's doing wonders here. But yeah, just to quickly go back to what you were talking about there, Smoke, I think that's a really interesting concept, because, you know, Brig, just at least like the way I see it is like, you know, you gotta go aggro in order to kind of get that Inspire off, and then as long as your team kind of plays together, then you're pretty much good to go. But, you know, increasing the number of packs would be interesting. How do you feel about reversing that back to like armor instead of the... Wait, no, I think I'm confusing myself here, but I think you know what I mean.
Like Torb throwing his little armor packs?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't...
Get out of here.
I mean, armor is kind of like a different HP pool than like actual HP, because it does minimize like some bit of damage. I don't think that would be a good thing though, because at that point you're kind of just giving her a role that no other support can do again, and you're kind of back to square one, I think. So I think just making her heal with the packs, kind of like, that's like her gun, right? It's like Ana shooting with the gun type of deal.
Yeah.
I think just making her be more reliant with packs, and, you know, you're looking to heal people with that, I think that's just like a simple change.
Yeah, it's one of those simple yet effective changes that can really raise a hero's skill cap. And speaking of raising a character's skill cap, I don't know why this is my choice, but you have the opportunity. Jeff Kaplan has come back to Blizzard, and through influences has decided to let you design any hero, your dream hero. How are you building it?
My dream hero?
Dream hero. Ooh. And you're allowed to use established characters in the lore, except for Sojourn. We know where Kid is. But you can use Drunken, you can use that weird guy in the Retribution, I think it was. You can do whatever you want.
Yes, I love that weird guy.
That weird guy, yeah.
That weird guy. The perfect description of the weird guy.
You know
By
who
calling
I'm
him the weird
talking
guy.
about.
I do, but... Man, that's a tough question, honestly. Like, you got my mind going 1,000 miles per hour right now to try to think of something creative, because I was not prepared for that.
Some people I ask stupid questions like, who's your wingman? Some people, what are the meaning of life to you?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Honestly... That's hard.
The gears are
That's actually
turning. The
hard.
gears are turning.
Yeah, we'll let you sit on that one, I think. You know, come up with something big. All right.
How about this for a question? Who's your favorite hero to play when you're not like actually like, oh, I need to get rank? You're just like, I just want to have fun and play Overwatch. Who do you usually play?
Oh man, I'm gonna get so much hate. Oh man, I pick Sombra, bro.
Oh,
That's worse than I thought you. I thought you were gonna say Brig.
No, I go Sombra, man.
Oh, this is disgusting.
I know it's nobody ever knows what to do against her. I can like invis if I wanted to E and play, I can invis like in the enemy team. No one's gonna know I'm there, and I could just take a bite. And then when I see my team coming, I'm like, all right, it's time to go, time to do my thing as Sombra. You know.
You take for the fun, casual environment and be anti-fun and casual hero.
I know, man. I'm gonna get so much hate.
Yeah, you're getting it from me.
I mean, from my friends, like my teammates.
yeah, the opinions that matter. Sorry. No, kidding.
Yeah, sorry,
yeah.
It doesn't hurt coming from you, but if Yeti hits me with the DM, I'm in trouble, man. I'm in trouble.
Oh, you said you like Sombra? Get out of my word.
Man, that's tough to hear.
Well, I'm just giving you practice here.
You're just playing Sombra, you got the bag of chips right beside the keyboard, and you're just like, alright, now we can just kind of chill until everyone's ready, and then EMP, and alright, now we're back into it.
I like that.
Looks like, alright, should we place our bets now? Do we think that Indigo are going to be able to push this one towards the end? They're really close, and they do have a minute 30, but I don't know. It seems like they've kind of figured out their stuff here.
It's Orm on the push, but I think
sorry,
that Indigo will win it, despite the fact that you got that wrong. I think that you are asking the right question. I think Orm's got this in the bag, personally. No, or not Orm. Indigo. Now I'm getting it wrong.
Look, it's laughing now. I don't know though. It's not over until it's over. You know, I'm hoping this Widowmaker can. This Widowmaker pick is gonna do wonders. But you know what? Just got completely chaos. No! No, okay. I'm just making this work. This is looking like for him. As you know what? This is. Who knows what's gonna happen here? Am I right?
Yeah, the one rule of All-Stars is that no matter how the last fight went, no matter how big the ult advantage is, they're still gonna lose.
You'll love to hear it. So, Smugs, you're going to be on some of these teams moving forwards in some of these maps that we have tonight. Is there any particular mode that you're most excited to kind of just get goofy with?
Honestly, the last map is that when we're locking all tank and because I'm really looking forward to that one, honestly. Just to see the type of chaos that's gonna be going on.
Well, those rides are going for a swim, speaking of chaos.
I mean, like I said, no matter what happened last fight.
Yep, you never know. This is going down to the wire. We're now going to be hitting overtime here. Last chance for one of these teams to capitalize and bring this one home. Oh, did Indigo just turn this around? Uh-oh.
About that shatter, Smugs.
That was a big shatter.
How'd you feel about Okana's shatter?
I think it was not big enough.
That is a way to describe it. Yeah.
And well, just like that, it looks like Indigo is going to be winning our first map.
Oh,
And,
give me those channel points. Give me those channel points. Delicious.
yeah, well, I'm not saying
gambling,
there
man.
might be a little bit of bias in the stats and the booth tonight, but you know.
I just randomly put my points into the team that had no predictions for them.
Yeah, fair enough. But thank you for joining us in the booth here, Smugs. Can't wait to see you play. And yeah, hopefully light it up on Sombra, right?
Before you go,
I will do it just for you.
Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna get so much hate for that. My bad.
Yes,
But,
sorry.
did you think of a clever hero idea?
Yes, kind of. Really quick. I would like to see some type of like cyber soldier with like biotic arms, like an extra set of arms, so 4 arms maybe a jetpack. Maybe for like an ultimate, like shoot some missiles in like an area. Maybe stun a little bit. I know people love stuns, so why not add more stuns, but explosive ones.
So you want a flying character,
4-armed
with a jetpack.
robot.
You want
Yes.
a flying character with a jetpack who has missiles.
Besides, not like
I got
Pharah.
some
That's
news
not
for you, man.
That's not the. He doesn't shoot rockets, though. I would like to have like a hit scan that can fly, and then ultimate is like a stunned rocket, 4 arms maybe. Maybe give him some type of like brawling mechanic. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Flying like a tank that flies around with a jetpack, and he's like.
All
throwing
right,
people
Ty.
around. That'd be pretty cool.
I think that'd be pretty fire. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I
once again,
think you're upset by the Sombra, aren't you, Ty?
Yeah, about that.
Yikes, just leaves the Discord call midway through. That says volumes. But all right, once again, thank you, Smugs, and good luck with the rest of these games. You know, I'm hoping to see some Sombra moving forwards here now that you've said it out loud. It's awesome, Bastion. You can go Sombra, right?
I will do it just for you. I can promise you that. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, take it easy and good luck with the rest of the maps. All right, Ty. Well, next up, we are going to be going to Route 66, but you know what? This is, we're going to have another interviewer coming in here. And are you ready to ask them a bunch of questions while we're watching these two teams brawl it out on Route 66?
I think I'm starting to transfer back into my robot form, but I am very much ready to ask Canada some questions. Specifically, why do you have milk in bags? What is the point in that? But why?
All right, well, hold on a second. I'm not sure if you knew this, but I live in Canada. All right?
Right, well, answer me this. Why do you put your milk in a bag?
Because it's convenient. Because then you just have the milk holder. You put the bag in, you cut the top, and then you just replace it. Makes total sense.
Oh my. The loops that Canadians will jump through to make milk in a bag make any sense.
You must expand your mind. Go from the 4-headed to the 5-headed, and then milk and bags will make complete sense to you.
Yeah, I'm at the 7-head. This makes no sense whatsoever.
Yikes. But you know what? I am excited to talk to Canada here because you know what? He was the original spawn camping flanking roadhog in our last map on Rialto.
Oh right, he was.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like going back in Tranquility history, and I was like, wow, this guy hasn't been around and he knows about that. But no, you're just talking about last map. But you know, I mean, yeah, I'll be excited. I gotta ask him about that as well.
Yeah, it should be good. Canada was the main tank for Alpha, who won overall, and they only dropped one map the entire season. So
That's absurd.
it's dominant, is what it is.
Yeah, I had the take. I feel a little bit stupid about it now, saying that Reminiscence was the best, or no, Flashback, sorry, was the best a team has ever been, but losing one map for a whole season. Jesus, I would like to take that back, please.
It do be like that sometimes. And we're just getting word, actually, that unfortunately Canada is not going to be joining in the booth here. Hold on. Aha,
Well,
okay, that is correct. Yes.
That is
so-
going to require a few Fs in certain chats, if I may request.
Maybe even this one.
Maybe some Fs in this chat.
Let me hit my F key. Ah! All right. Well, then it'll be kind of fun just to be watching Route 66 here. These two teams are going to be going at it. We got our boy Smugs in on the Indigo team. Ty, I'm just going to say this now. If he is not on the Sombra, at least at one point in the map, I'm going to be very sad. Personally attacked even. Maybe
Well,
not personally attacked, but
If
very
he's
sad.
not on Sombra throughout this map, then all of a sudden life has peaked and my future is looking bright. And that's all I have to say on the subject. So
Wait, you know what? If anything, Sombra is a blessing because people spend too much time on electronics.
blessing.
Because, yeah, you know, you get a little hack in there. Suddenly you can't use your electronics, and then you touch grass, and it'll change your life, Ty. Trust me.
I mean, you know, pop off, I guess, but you know, I don't know about you, but I think that certain things involving electronics are pretty important in modern life. Like, for example, the ability to know where you are, wherever you are,
That is fair.
and being able to communicate with people on the other side of the world, and also, you know, look up cat videos. Very important. Thanks.
So now I know what you do in your spare time, huh?
That among other things.
Okay, fair enough.
Mostly just play TF2, to be honest.
There we go.
There we go. Yep.
Classic. All right, well, we're doing a little bit of finagling here. We might get somebody else in the booth with us during this map. We're gonna just stand by there. It's looking like it could be good, but
Staying on standby while we double check to make sure that we're going in au natural.
yeah. Ty, what was your favorite play based on the last map that we saw? I know we were busy asking questions to Smugs, but there must have been something that seemed like it was pretty fun.
Spawn camping Roadhog's pretty cool. I don't know about you, but that's
Ouch.
always pretty fun.
You know what? That was pretty fun. I think that shatter at the end really made it for me. You know, you get one shatter into a shield, another shatter that just devastates a team, and it's like...
Yeah, that's also cool, but sorry, we're bringing in Orsted. I completely missed that one. My bad.
Yes, so we should be getting Orsted from GDH into the booth with us. So let's see what Orsted has to say during this map. Once again, the teams are going to be loading into Route 66. Well, we just kind of get that going in the booth over here.
Excuse me, Indigo. You're playing a real composition in my presence in All-Stars? Please go home.
You know what? They just need that W. They just need that W.
They just got a W.
I know, but they need another one. You know, just add them to the list.
What list? There's no list. Are you kidding me?
Fair.
Like, what's I'm gonna have so many people who are older be just so mad at me for forgetting what the quote is, but oh right, you're killing me, Smalls. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I forgot what that quote is. Bite me. I dare you.
Yeah. Well, looks like we have a little bit of a pause coming up.
Yeah, just waiting
Just
on
quickly.
Orsted to appear in the astral plane, aka the caster booth.
Yeah.
There's
well, while we're waiting here, Ty, who is your trollest hero in the entire
my what hero?
troll? Like you're just
Troll.
playing to troll.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious what the answer for that one is. It's got to be the Torbjorn. You know, when you're just going out with your hammer.
Oh,
Just-
that is true.
Like for example, the other day I was playing with some friends. We're just playing quick play, you know, casually, just having
Yeah.
fun. And he decided, you know what, Ty, pick Torbjorn. Didn't have to tell me twice. I was already on the hero. He picks Lucio. You know what's about to happen. It's the experimental patch.
Yep.
He's gonna bonk people on the head. I'm gonna do 125 per swing. Literally stronger than Reinhardt, by the way, during
Yep.
that experimental patch. That's why I'm upset that it's gone. Ah,
Yep.
Orsted is coming in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Perfectly timed. Thank you, Booth. You improvised that very well.
Hello, Orsted. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing just fine up in the booth.
Nice.
As they say, we are doing well.
Perfect.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
I love the anti-jokes coming out.
What is an anti-joke? What?
It's when you set up for a punchline and then you don't deliver.
So you're like edging?
I guess.
Now we're learning a lot about Ty tonight.
Yeah, I gotta love the anti-joke coming out from Mr.
Yeah,
Booth.
yeah, the quote-unquote anti-jokes is where it's at.
No,
And also, why did you tell Smugs to play Sombra? Now we actually have a real composition from Indigo.
I mean, you know, Summer's gonna be fun here. Summer's fun, right?
I mean, it should be fine because you guys have Deputy on Zen, so that balances it out for Aurum.
Your point.
Should be okay. Like I feel like, you know, you got the anti-tank, that's a pretty big plus for them, but, and the Smug Sombra, that's a pretty big plus. But then Deputy Zen is like a 50% debuff. You know?
It's
Knock
like
him down a couple
Discord
things.
orbing your own team.
Yeah. Oh no.
Bro? You knew the Pharaoh one trick was so dirty on the Widowmaker.
I most certainly did.
No, I don't think anybody did.
I mean, I don't know why the interviewed is asking the questions, but you know.
Oh,
Lord, why are you ruling?
question mark in chat. Okay.
That's how you know.
But let's get these questions rolling out. Why don't we, Orsted?
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna start off with this one because it trumps our last fella. He didn't know how to respond.
Okay.
You have the opportunity. Jeff Kaplan has come back to Blizzard and told you, Mr. Orsted, I'm a huge fan. Because of your massive brain, I'm going to allow you to design any Overwatch hero of your dreams. Anything you want can be on this hero, can be through any character. You can rework existing characters if you want, just to make this character. What do you do?
Oh God. All right, that's a pretty loaded question, honestly.
Yep, that's why I started off with this.
Okay. So, is an option to remove Brig?
No.
No.
Try again. You're not allowed to rework Brig. That's too easy.
What do you mean that's too easy? That wasn't part of the deal, I feel.
Well, I'm changing the deal as you
Okay. I think. That's a really good question.
You want to sit on it?
I think what I'd want to see is like make DPS ults less powerful and support ults more like DPS ults. So like DPS ults do more of a supporting thing, and support ults do more of a DPS thing. If that makes any sense.
You mean kind of like Anna's Bionade style?
Well, like make it so that the best example I can give is like Dota, okay? In Dota 2.
Okay.
Like support characters in Dota 2, they have really powerful ults that do like either a ridiculous amount of damage or stuff like that. And carry heroes in Dota 2 will do like a supporting thing that will like buff himself or buff the team or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that'd be an interesting way of balancing the game, making it so support ults. Dude, yeah. I just think that'd be interesting.
So you want more DPS to have ults like Blizzard and Infrasight and stuff like that?
Yeah. Instead of like supports to have more ults like I don't know, like Nanovisor or something. I don't I feel like crazy,
just
but
putting on the attack visor, like alright, we're ready to shoot some fools.
yeah, pretty much. I think that'd be a pretty interesting change that can be made.
I can't wait to hear Zenyatta's voice tell me, I've got you in my sights.
Yeah, Alicio with Pulse Bomb. I think that would be pretty,
This would be horrifying! Oh my god!
You dropped it.
You dropped
Gates away. Oh man. No, but I think that's a pretty interesting way to kind of rebalance the game here because, you know, that's something that like, you know, there are a couple of ultimates on for some of these DPS characters that are less valuable than like these buffs and things like that could actually swing honestly whole team fights around, right?
Yeah. And it makes, you know, maybe support more viable or fun to play, I guess. I don't know. Like it changes like the value a lot.
Yeah.
In fights. I don't know. I just think it'd be interesting.
I mean, you know what else would make support fun to play again? Adding a new one.
Oh.
A new one? Yeah, fair enough.
Literally since Ghost we haven't had a new support. Let that sink in. It was Baptiste. Let that sink in, fellas.
What's the last time we've had a new hero in Overwatch, come to think of it? Was it Echo?
Over a year ago?
Oh,
It was over a year ago now, yeah.
Almost. It's approaching 2 years at least, I think.
No way. Was it last April?
Something like that. Pretty rough.
We're gonna get this going.
It was in March!
Alright, so Indigo seem like they're doing a pretty good job of moving things forwards here, but is there a particular player right now that is playing in this map that you think is actually super underrated?
I would have to say, I'm gonna say his name wrong. Fuck. Let me think about how to say.
Whoa! Watch
say
now.
Ah, shit! Fuck. It was an accident. I'm sorry. I would say it's Ceruleum or Ceruleum. Yeah.
Ceruleum.
He's pretty good. Pretty good player.
Ceruleum? Oh, it might be Ceruleum, like Ceruleum City.
That's what it means. Like from Pokemon? Wait, is that from Pokemon? Okay, thank God.
Am I thinking of Viridian? Ceruleum? Cerulean. I'm thinking Cerulean.
Really?
This is the ball.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, honestly though, I'm surprised Orem is doing as well as they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is there a reason for that you want to tell us?
A reason for that? That's a good point. I would say Andy is old probably. So it's gonna be a big reason, and Deputy is bad.
So I think again we're mixing up the teams here. You were talking about Indigo, Model 1,
Oh,
which is the biggest.
yeah, that's why Orem is weak. Until Lizzie got that shot on that. Yeah, because you know I'm on Orem. I gotta represent.
You gotta gas them up.
Yeah.
So here's a question I like to think about. Who do you think is the most well-balanced hero in the game?
The most well-balanced hero. Oh, that's another pretty good question.
Yeah, I'm a pretty good interviewer. One might say that's a lot.
Okay. I don't know if I could pick one, but I could probably pick one from each role that I think is like pretty
Yeah, go for it, man.
pretty decent.
Go wild.
I would say Monkey is pretty balanced on tank. Tank players are probably just gonna hard flame me, but I think Monkey is like pretty balanced because he can be countered, but he can also like you can also just play to avoid those counters on Monkey. I don't know. I just feel like he's the most balanced. Like he's not too strong, not too weak. He just works in some spots and doesn't in others.
Then for DPS?
As far as
What did you reason?
DPS.
Yes, very good. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, DPS is a bit tougher. There's so much more of them. I would say
you can play one role in this game.
I know. I'm going to say it's a tie between it's a three-way tie, honestly.
Okay.
It's a three-way tie between Tracer, Genji, and Doomfist.
Okay,
Oh, really?
I was really hoping you weren't going to say Doomfist, but now I'm not allowed to respect anything you say.
Oh boy. Well, the only real reason I'm picking Doomfist is that because stuns exist in the game, he's inherently bad, right? But that doesn't mean he himself is balanced.
What?
Yeah, like I mean, other characters are overpowered because they have stun. Stupid, right? Come from a Tracer player.
But what about a hero like Pharah?
Yeah, like I was expecting something like Pharah. Tracer's a really common one that you hear. Genji's also a really good one.
Yeah.
I just felt that Pharah isn't balanced because she can't do anything unless you have a support just stick with her the whole time. So is that really balanced if you constantly need to be babysat to do anything?
Well, that's honestly, I disagree with that personally, because I think that one of the things that I've loved about this game up until recently, where they've strayed away from it, they like to give heroes niches, you know? Like, when you look at the main tanks back before Rollock, you would have Orisa, the Bunker, Reinhardt, the Pusher, Winston, the Diver. You know, there's stuff like that where they would give heroes roles so that then it wouldn't just be, you know, like, oh, we're booting into Watch Point Gibraltar to watch more double bubble or whatever the meta is at the time. Where if the map is extreme enough, you can really mess around and play any sort of composition you like if it fits on that map. Like, you know, and that's why I think Pharah is really balanced as well, because, you know,
I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's completely unbalanced, but I'm just saying that if we're looking at just the hero itself, right? Asking whether or not that character is balanced or not, then I would say she's not, because she can't do anything unless another character is just helping her the whole time.
That's fair.
So that's just how I was looking at it. Like,
Fair opinion. I'm not
so
gonna-
I'm just looking at it in terms of like this hero like alone without, and that's why I say Doomfist as well, because Doomfist can do like so much on his own, and he doesn't necessarily have to babysit. Although I mean he does need bubble and stuff, so that's why I wasn't really too sure. But Genji is like Genji and Tracer both are those type of characters that they have such a high skill ceiling. Like you can do so much with the character, and also still counter them. So yeah, I just feel like that those are pretty good picks.
Yeah, that's why I think most people would say those heroes being
Yeah.
the most well balanced, because high skill cap, but extremely, extremely hard to pick up
Exactly.
with how hard they can be. But then for support,
Oh right.
yeah, sorry, you got a little bit more.
I thought I was out of this one. Okay. Okay. I guess Zen. I guess I would say Zen. I'm a little biased because if I had to play any support, I would play Zen. So it's about what sways my opinion. But for those who don't know, I was actually a Mercy one trick before I came to Trank. Really? Yeah. I know it's wild. It's hard to believe, but I made it to Masters with my Moira duo, and we would duo Moira Mercy, and we made it to Masters. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna join Trank because I could be a DPS player and nobody knows me. And then yeah,
You got
it
to
was
Masters on
history.
Mercy, and you decide, you know what, Widowmaker time.
Widowmaker Tracer, yeah. Back in season 1.
Dude, does anybody here know that in the community?
Those only like a few people from GDH, like it's a meme sometimes. Maybe some of the people from way back in season 1 or 2 they remember, but otherwise, yeah, I don't think it's that well known.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
now it is. Welcome to the inn, everyone.
Hey, that's
And
okay.
Speaking of inn, we're not in the game at the moment because of this pause.
Yeah,
Pause
pause,
and overtime.
middle of overtime. But you know what's funny? Orson, you're going to be playing on map number 5, which is when we lock in all of the players into either tank, support, or
Ooh.
DPS.
Ooh.
You're going to bust out the Glock when we're locking in.
Oh, I'll 100% bust at the Glock. Like you better. It's gonna happen.
I am very excited for map number 5 now.
That and the brig.
Yeah, it's the real strat for the 5 supports. You just all pocket the Mercy.
Pocket Mercy.
They just go to town.
How do you beat that? I just don't think you do.
There's a simple answer. You don't.
Yeah. Or just how do you beat 6 maps? And they could just all throw MO for each other.
You can't.
one after
beat
another.
yours, though.
Ah.
You can't. There's not no limit, so you know you can't.
Well, if you
Yeah.
cycle
Well,
it.
what if you cycled it well enough? Unless the other team just focus fired faster than you could cycle. But then you could just LOS and then use your heal. Okay,
There's a 70% chance you're overthinking this.
that's true. I'm overthinking.
So, all right, here's a good question that I want to ask you then. So, if you used to one trick Mercy, what was the transition like when you started playing DPS? Do you think that you just had a greater understanding of like, you know, how to position yourself, or like were you just honestly just trying to like have some fun? You know, what was the decision making there?
Well, in terms of like, why I did it,
Yeah.
or like what it was like doing it.
Why not a bit of both? Let's start out with
Okay.
why you did it, and then like
Why I did it. I really wanted to like play a game competitively, and I just felt like playing support didn't fit me. I just played it at the time because I felt like I actually helped my team doing it, and I just like didn't have the confidence, if that made sense, during non-relock days to pick DPS. But I kind of just started out like even during season 1 of Trank, I didn't play that much comp DPS. I just played scrims DPS. And that's probably why like I just like looked at Tracer differently, because I started like learning in the team setting as opposed to like picking bad habits and comp.
No one can
But
hide
I think it helped me a lot like macro initially in how to play Tracer. And then aim kind of came along after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That's really interesting. And what do you call it? Like, especially for going from like a Mercy to a Tracer, two very different skill sets.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Very, very different.
Mercy, quite possibly the lowest APM hero in the game, to Tracer, quite possibly
Really?
the highest APM hero in the game.
Very true.
Tracking the mechanics.
That's true. I mean, even when I played Mercy, I would just like track for fun, if that makes sense. Like you know, like what else do you do on that character? No offense.
Rather than practicing movement tax and damage boost versus healing, trying to find the balance of risking
back in my day.
No, let's just
jump
track
thing.
the Roadhog walking around.
Well, yeah. What else do you do? You pull out the Glock and
Just tracking the Roadhog. Okay, could you do the super jump? You must have been able to do the super jump.
no, and I still cannot.
Wow.
Let it be known. Let it be known.
How hard is it to press crouch and zoom?
But it's
I
the
don't-
timing tie. It's the timing.
Dude, it's the timing. Like, so you like crouch, shift, and like you fly at them, right? And then there's a little like upwards like boost moment, and you like let go and hold shift, and you fly. Is that like how
so
it
you
goes?
crouch.
Something
and
Okay, so
you
maybe
fly
I know
up.
how to do it. Could I do it in the middle of a fight? No.
Oh, shit.
Well, can I whip up the Glock in the middle of a fight though? Yes. So my Discord tier Mercy one trick application is open. If anybody wants to.
Are you sure that you don't want to look for a different division for that one? Potentially one more harmonious with your skill set?
What are you implying?
Nothing.
What are you implying?
Just
I'll have you know. I could play Ana in top 500.
moving on.
Okay.
Yeah, you could. You just wouldn't be there for very long.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's true.
Damn.
That's true.
You had to do him like that.
It's very true.
Okay, so here's a question that I like to think about for you. Out of all the maps in the game, do you know which is the only one to have a statue that has eyelashes on it?
I don't even know. I know this.
Do I get a hint?
No.
Oh, could you at least give us what type of map it is? Like
Yeah.
escort,
It is an
hybrid?
Overwatch map.
Oh,
Wow.
come on.
Is it in the current competitive pool?
It is in the current competitive pool. It's not a deathmatch map. It's not a Ayutthaya.
It's not like Lunar Colony that's out of the.
It could be.
competitive
Sorry, it's
pool.
one of the 4 map types.
Okay, so it could be a map that's out of. Okay.
Yeah, it's just not like a deathmatch map or capture the flag or anything like that.
I'm gonna say it in Mbani.
Bonnie, all right. And just so then we can get this, get both sides. Mark, do you have a guess?
Kings Row?
The answer is that you're both dumb, and it's Full Sky Industries.
Ah, darn.
What?
It is on top of the building outside of attackers first spawn. The statue.
There's a
has-
stat. Oh right.
There is a statue of I believe it's Volskaya, the politician's mother. This one, I'm not 100% sure what the lore behind it is, but it's the only statue in the game with eyelashes, so that's pretty interesting.
Honestly, I thought guessing Mbani. I thought that was a pretty good guess.
That's a good guess.
I'll be honest.
wrong.
When you said new body, I was like, damn, I was gonna guess new body because that seems like that would be the one.
Roll. Well, you see, most maps, believe it or not, most statues in the game are Vomnics. So it's actually very rare that there's a human statue.
Isn't there a human statue in Mbani though? Like second.
Yeah.
No, there's a rhinoceros.
But like, there's the statue of I thought the person who built it recently.
Right,
Girl,
right. I forgot about that.
So that's why I guessed it.
Unless she shaved her eyebrows when they made the statue.
It can't. Okay. Is there eyebrows on that statue? Are you sure about this fact?
Positive.
Can
I
trust
looked
you?
through. I'm a very trustworthy
Did you
guy.
go through every single map? And you're
Yes,
like,
I
oh.
actually did.
Get in there.
It seems like
I guess
we
that's
might be a part of the fake news cycle once again. Victims. One by
No fake news here. Only good news. Only good, true, correct news. I am Time Monster, and this is Overwatch Tranquility. Yep.
Alright, meanwhile, this map looks like we're in overtime here, so let's see how this goes, but it's not looking too good for Aurum because I think Indigo are on defense here, and doing a pretty good job of bringing things down. Orsted, do you think they're gonna take this all the way, or you think this is it?
After that flux, I'm gonna say no.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You didn't say what no was to, so we're just gonna say that the no was to them losing. So you know.
Wait, no. Oh,
Think that
Canada? Oh, Canada.
my note was we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
I mean, like we're as in Orem. Unlucky.
Yep.
Unlucky.
Honestly, I feel like this map went on for a really long time.
There were a lot of fun, you know?
Oh, is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah. But hey, thanks for joining us in the booth, Orsted. And
Yeah,
you know
it
what?
was
No
fun.
one can hide.
Do you have any
from my
shoutouts for anybody
sight.
before you head back into the game?
No. I do want you guys to cheer for me though. I'd appreciate that.
Hey, stop trying to bias us here right now.
Okay.
Impartial
hang on,
casting only.
You have my PayPal, right?
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, this explains a lot,
Gotcha.
doesn't it, Ty?
Well, I ruined for Indigo at the start. What are you talking about?
Indigo. Wait. What?
What? No, I didn't.
Uh-oh, you
can't
better
believe this.
cancel that PayPal, get a refund on that, because uh-oh.
All right.
Oh.
Shout out to all the people out there. Shout out to Trank and having a good community and stuff. There you go.
Shoutouts to the scientific community.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people who scour every single map in this game to see if the statues have eyebrows or not. Appreciate that.
Eyelashes. Come on, man.
What's the difference, honestly?
Wait, there's a huge difference
one.
there.
A very significant difference, actually.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Orsted. We can't wait to see your one-trick Mercy in map number 5, and good luck with the rest of the maps tonight.
Thank you. I look forward to it. Have fun casting, and yeah. Goodbye. Wait, are you gonna move him back? Or...
And he, just like that,
Oh, there's
just as
our
quickly
answer.
as he came, he disappeared.
He came, he saw, he left.
Yep. Oh, man. Okay, well, now, this is where we get into the fun stuff, because we're going to map number 3 now, which is going to be King's Row, or what we like to call it in the biz, Goat's Row. That's right.
Row.
We got goats coming in here, Ty.
We got the L Classic Scrims Row. We will be joined by Lazuli very shortly, whenever they decide they want to, you know, come in here. It's, you know, I'm not perved at all. But everybody loves a good game of Scrims Row, do they not? And one more thing, I just want to thank the admin team for not putting 2CP into our pool for the All-Stars.
Well, it's at the very end, isn't it?
No, that's not.
Oh, no, it isn't at all. Yeah, sorry, that's just control. My
There's
bad.
no 2CP at all.
There you go. Well, it's going to be really exciting because it's been a while since I've seen goats being played on King's Row. And you know what? Very excited to see just 2 teams just kind of never dying until one of them dies. I think that's the pretty best way to describe the goats meta. Don't you think so, Ty?
I mean, Hammer Go Bonk. That's really the best way I think I can describe the goats meta.
That's pretty good, too.
Yeah, it was always a fun meta to watch. It's just that it lasted too long. Like, I think people overreacted with how much they hated it. Like, sure, it's the same 6 heroes doing the same different things every single fight, but you know, at least it's an interesting 6 heroes doing interesting things, and it's not like, I don't know, double shield.
Yeah, there's a lot of action. I think that's the best way to describe it. I mean, whenever people have to cast it, you know, when we talk about casting Overwatch, there's usually the play-by-play, and then there's the color cast. But, you know, when both teams are running the exact same strategy, and that's literally every single thing that we see in every single map, I can understand why some color casters got a little bit sick of that whole meta, you know?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it too much, but what do you think Lazuli's opinion on this subject would be? What? Transition?
Potentially. Actually, it looks like we might be... hang on, I'm taking a look.
There we
And
go.
we've got
All right.
Lazuli in the booth.
Aha.
Hello, Lazuli. How you doing?
I'm doing great tonight.
Glad to hear it. Ty had a question for you right off the bat. Ty, hit him with the question.
Oh yeah,
How do you feel about goats?
I love goats.
Good answer.
I miss it. I really do. I played almost every role except like the Moira or whatever. I like every part of goats.
Damn. Okay. What do you think you would have the most fun playing in Goats? Out of all of the different, well, I guess your limited selection of heroes.
Ryan for sure. He was the most fun.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, of course. Good
And
enough.
who was
Sweet
your
enough.
least favorite?
That or Zen?
Wait, who or Zen?
Ryan or Zen?
No, your least favorite. Sorry.
Oh, least favorite. Probably the Lucio.
I feel like the Lucio, like, you're just sitting there, just like you got the speed boost ready to go, and you're like, all right, just waiting for a ride, and go, and I can understand why that'd be a little stressful, you know?
Yeah.
I think you're looking at it all wrong. That's not the Lucio's job. The Lucio's job is to feed into the Zenyatta, get him to half health, and then have the Eva finish him off.
Oh, interesting take on that.
Ask any coach during that time period, they will confirm that, except
Yikes.
slightly differently. They'll say the job was that they would do synchronized, quote-unquote, dives, quote-unquote, on the, quote-unquote, enemy backline, but we don't believe in concepts like dive and backline and goats. We believe in feeding and going in hard.
Yikes. Well, Lazuli, you know, it's the end of the season. It's been quite the great season. But what is the moment for you that stands out the most from this entire season? What was the moment where you're like, I am so happy I decided to play this season, and like it can't get better than this?
Probably my first win in this season, because it took me till stage 2 to get one, and that was on. I joined a different team, so like I was like, at the end of stage 1, I was like, you know what? If I just get one win this season, that's a W, and I did. I got a couple.
5, 4.
That first one though was very special for me.
Yeah. What was it like in the team comms as soon as that win came through?
I went quiet. I just sit back.
Okay.
Here's
Let it wash over.
Yeah, because the team that I joined, they had already won a couple, so it was nothing for them. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It's like when I went to see Endgame, it was like really late and everybody appeared to have already seen it at least once, so I was just like flying during the teleporting scene and everybody else was scooting away from me. But on the topic of your second team, you guys had a really good run in the losers bracket in the finals, or the playoffs in general. And you got pretty unlucky, you know, going into two, debatably the top 3 teams in the playoffs, and the Dukes and the Godhand. What were your preparations for the playoffs, and how'd you guys feel going into it?
We had that discussion when we realized we were up against, and we decided it would better to like not really plan for them specifically, but rather just focus on what we were strong at. So there wasn't really like any scouting or anything. But we just wanted to kind of fine-tune the comps we were working on already, and then just kind of roll with that. Nothing too crazy.
Time to read my APM.
Alright, I like that. I like that as an answer. Other than obviously those 2 teams, out of the teams you'd faced, which one was the one that gave you guys the biggest shudders going into? Like, I don't want to be doing this right now.
Can I say on it, or did you say besides?
Outside of the 2 that you lost.
Outside of those 2.
Век живи, век учись.
Sorry, Devil Dukes. Those were we played them in the regular season. They were tough. Sorry, I had to pull up the roster sheet. I forgot.
No worries.
No
No worries,
offense to
man.
them. No offense to them.
No. I mean, it's a bit of a savage thing to be like, ah, man, I just can't remember.
No, I promise.
Very powerful. I was surprised when I saw that they were 5th in the playoffs bracket because I was expecting them to. I wasn't paying much attention to Transcendence, but I was expecting them to be like third at the low end for one of the things. I saw that they were at. Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from.
Can I just say that I've actually really missed watching Goats because it literally just looks like absolute mayhem, absolute pandemonium. There are so many colors, so many ults just flying out all at once, and neither team is finding a single kill in any of this.
Great! It was great! People hated this meta too hard, man. This was amazing. You would immediately have a stroke. I don't think you could handle it.
I think you'd melt their brain. Like, it just doesn't seem humane, ethical even.
Better yet, imagine showing this to a player of Overwatch who started playing in the last 2 years. Imagine their brain how that would feel.
Yeah,
like they started playing Rollock and introduced, they're like, this game looks fun. And then boom, you see just 6 teams of 3 tanks. Oh, Jesus! Are you kidding?
That's what we love to see here in Goats.
And it only got 2 kills. God, this meta was terrible. What are we talking about?
This meta was great. You know it. It's nostalgia vision, right?
I wrote into classes. I'm just looking through rows.
All right, so Lazuli, what is your favorite off-role hero to play in Overwatch? You know, maybe you've got a little bit of a side account going on or something. We just learned that Orsted was actually a one-trick Mercy. But you got any fun off-roles that you play?
I was actually thinking about
Okay.
Well, I got some bad news for you. Those 2 suck.
Well, all right, come on now. I play main support. Come on now.
You're looking at the Baptistes and the Moiras of the world, which is
I guess that's right.
I
Current. Yeah.
But Anna for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any particular reason why you decided to veer away from the tanks?
Because tanks were one of my first roles that I played competitively, and I already had my fill of that.
Are you serious?
And also, I don't want to get. I used to see like a bunch of clips of tanks like peeking corner getting blown up instantly, and I just don't want that to happen.
Oh yeah.
The stuns are great in Overwatch, right?
We love those.
Maybe off tank, but definitely I'm not going back to main tank. You can not give me enough money
Yeah.
to go back to main tank.
I will give you $3 to go back to main tank.
Oh.
Tempting. Tempting. Are we witnessing bribery right now? I don't know if that's legal.
It can be.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
Booth, can we get it? Can we get it legalized?
Yeah, in a video game.
Panel's out on it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Thanks, bro.
By the way, real quick, can we talk about how hard Billy's been getting MTD'd this game?
I mean, I wouldn't say really.
He hasn't landed a single shatter, and he's had his team just get completely destroyed like 3 times.
I mean, okay, that's fair, but that's also just kind of the life of a main tank, you know? Like, you expect to get a little bit destroyed. Okay, see, that was a good shatter. It's like he heard you and he wanted to prove you wrong, Ty.
Yeah, he was looking at the wrong players. Yeah, it was a good shatter.
Curse.
Shut up! I do that too much. I don't want to be reminded.
Lazuli, what other games do you play besides Overwatch? I mean, obviously, you know, Overwatch is life. We're all here playing this wonderful game full of so much content, but what are some of the other games that you kind of dip into?
Ever since like playoffs, I started playing a lot of Valorant.
Nice.
You know, I can't get enough of my shooters, but I play a lot of that now. As for like FPS games, love Bloons Tower Defense 2 or 6.
Really?
I went down to 2. But yeah, Bloons Tower Defense 6. I love that game.
Thank you for self-censoring, by the way.
Thank you for censoring.
It's really hard. Last season when I was on the interview, I swore like a sailor. And
Oh no.
trying to catch myself.
Well, thank you for putting a little bit more effort into controlling yourself. Ah, Zen!
But that's interesting. I wouldn't have expected Bloons TD6. Is Bloons making a comeback?
It is!
I think it is.
Good.
Okay.
Bloons TD6, the moment
ask,
they added the Gatling gun, the series peaked.
The Gatling gun, yeah, that's the one I came back to it. So when they added that stuff back, I was like, oh, okay, I gotta get back. You can ask Zoner on is he in right now? I don't think he's in right now. But he's my teammate on but we both love that game.
So, I know we're supposed to be talking about Overwatch, but favorite tower to use in Bloons?
Has to be the sniper monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the full auto tree. I think it's the third one.
Yeah, it's
just
bottom path.
Going crazy. That and the pirate ship.
Yeah. They're so good for the early and mid game. It's just unreal. And they just added, what was it? They added a for the Buccaneer. It was the Paragon. They added the Paragon for that.
Oh yeah.
I was not.
Give a hot take though.
What's up?
Super Monkey overrated. I don't use Super Monkeys ever.
It actually might be the worst tower in the game.
I hate them.
Yeah.
I don't like Super Monkeys. I'll say it.
It's very underpowered. It's too expensive. It doesn't do very much.
That's true. The price does, yeah, okay, fair.
But for late game, like if you're trying to get to round 300, then it's obviously go.
I've never made it past round 200, so I haven't even tried.
It's a very, very powerful tower for late game, but I think we should probably switch back over to Overwatch.
Yeah, probably.
We're switching over to a general gaming podcast on Overwatch Tranquility.
Yep.
No, not a general gaming podcast. Specifically a Bloons TD6 one.
Yeah.
Only Bloons exclusively. Yeah. So I've asked everybody else's question already, so I'm gonna let you sit on it unless you already had an idea. You have the opportunity. Did I already ask this for you? No,
not yet.
No, not yet.
For me? No, I don't think so.
So you have the opportunity. Jeff Kaplan returns to Blizzard, and he's saying, I need you to hire somebody, not you specifically, but he's telling his developers, I need you to hire somebody with a great Overwatch idea. A great idea for a new hero. What's your pitch?
Okay, so aside from like Winston and Hammond, I think I want to see a new like animal hybrid. And I think we need a cat, an aerial cat, yeah, with a jetpack. I think that would be really cool.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, I mean, as my original idea, I want jetpack cat so bad.
It would be so much fun. And canonically, Briggs' cat is jetpack cat. Canonically.
Yeah, so there's a good time. It's possible.
And there also is precedent for animals being smart enough to operate actual weaponry. So
the only downside is Brigitte was not from the moon, so her cat.
Or so you think.
That'd be a crazy twist. Or it turns out he's a moon man. That's why he's so short.
It's actually kind of unfortunate because my last team was the Whirlwind Wildcats and the Aerial Felines org in Trank. And the team before that, it was Flying Lions, but I did not get a chance to play on the Jetpack Cats.
That
was in Harmony tier. I know.
I mean, you should have just tanked your SR.
Yeah. I think my support's low enough. Could if I really wanted to.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, JVC come back.
Oh, can't jump between two tiers.
Oh, you can't.
Unlucky.
Okay, I'll take it slow. I'll go back to Flying Lions and then drop back down.
All right, well that's I didn't expect you to actually have an answer ready. Out of all the people that I've interviewed so far, nobody's had any clue what they were going to say immediately, but you were on the ball.
To be fair, it wasn't an original idea, but I do want Jetpack Cat added.
Well, I'll allow it,
Okay.
As long as you're not saying, I just want to remove Brig, Chief.
No, I like Brig.
Yeah, ever so decisive on Brig. This is kind of crazy.
Oh, solo shadowing the enemy Rhine has to be a good feeling.
Worth it, honestly.
I mean, you take out the enemy main tank.
Yeah.
Pretty poggers, man.
It's like the grand finals of the Overwatch League, right?
Yep, exactly. If you win the Reinhardt duel with the Nurse Shatter, then you win Overwatch League Grand Finals.
That's exactly
You throw on Super as a member of the San Francisco.
Mental diff.
Mental diff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just hit him hard. Oh man. Are you excited for Overwatch 2? And do you think that you're gonna be playing it at like a semi-competitive level, or you mentioned talking about playing some Valorant? What do you think about that?
I would hope so. Like, I mean, at this point, all you can do is wait for Overwatch 2. But I mean, I think when Overwatch 2 comes out, it'll definitely like reawaken like my interest in it. Especially because I really like the Overwatch lore, so I'm really excited to play the PvE missions. And I think just me getting interested back in Overwatch will make me want to like really compete again. So I am excited for it.
That's actually really interesting that you mentioned that, because I think you are the literal only other person I know who is unironically excited for the PvE modes in Overwatch 2.
Oh yeah,
That's because we're a competitive org, not a casual one.
Yeah. But I really like like lore and stuff in games, and Overwatch lore I think is really cool, and I just wish they did more with it. Like League just got they have like a TV show. And I'm just jealous. I just wish Blizzard would do something like with Overwatch that Riot does with League.
Yeah. I mean, you can honestly make that argument for Valorant as well.
And Valve did
that
it
too.
for Dota as well.
Yeah, like the pieces of the puzzle are all there, and hopefully Overwatch 2 kind of brings some of that like back to the community.
For sure.
I think it
hope
would
so.
be cool for sure.
Yeah, I definitely don't think I have any disagreements with that. I think you guys summed that up. I don't know why I decided to talk.
So you're excited for PvE too, right, Ty?
Oh my god, you have no idea. You have no idea. I'm so sick of playing Overwatch, but PvE seems so awesome. I want to play Reinhardt and have the 360 Earth Shatter. I want to play Mei and like icicle snowball my way through people. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I really like the limited time events like we have, like Junkenstein's. Like not anymore because it's like very stale. It's like 5 years in a row. But like when they first came out, they were like some of the most fun Overwatch I've played.
Wow.
Like the Retribution and stuff. I love that stuff.
Did you complete all of them on like the hardest difficulty?
I think I did last year.
Damn. Respect.
Yeah, no, I grinded that game for days.
Because it's like, you know, a lot of people make this comparison between Overwatch and Team Fortress 2, and you know, it kind of was like man versus machine. But while we were talking about that, Aura went ahead and won this map. But
let's go.
Lazuli, thank you for joining us in the booth. Do you have anybody you'd like to shout out while you've got the floor?
Shout out my entire team at Yao. They're goated. I don't know why I stuttered there. They're goated. But I didn't didn't want to say like a swear word or something, but no. Love my team.
Go to
shout out yeah, there you go.
All right, well, thank you for joining us for map number 3, and we're excited to continue to see you play in some of these goofier modes coming up during this All-Star game.
Yeah. And really quick before you leave, do you want to try and send us into a halftime? You want to try that out? Because we're about to go into halftime.
Oh, so you're taking my job away here, Ty.
Okay.
Send it out. Yeah.
All right. What time is it? I don't know. You're putting me on the spot here, man. I'm not
okay, no worries.
Okay,
I'm gonna leave it to the professionals. I appreciate the opportunity, though.
Thank you, Lazuli, for joining us in the booth. And now that we've finished 3 maps, we've got 2 more. So stick around just after this quick little 5-minute break. This guy over here needs to wash some dishes. I need to go use the restroom. And when you come back, we're going to be heading right into No Limits, followed by Locked Into Roles. So it's going to be great. Stick around. We've got more interviews coming up as well. So here's the 5-minute break, and we'll see you just afterwards. See you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. We're in the All-Star game for the Transcendence tier. And, you know, I give myself marks alongside Ty. We're being produced by Booth. And it's been a little bit of a wild ride for these last 3 maps. Finally, we got to see some goofy goats happening on Kings Row for map number 3. But we are going to be now moving into map number 4, which is going to be Eichenwald. And, Ty, it's going to be great because it's no limits at all. Unlimited heroes, unlimited abilities, unlimited everything. It's gonna be wacky.
Pretty cool. I think it's gonna be pretty fun.
Thank you for matching my energy. You know what? Here, we like to talk all the way up here.
Yeah, I really like it. Overwatch is a very fun game. The Fitness Grand Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that really enjoys. So, what heroes do you think they're gonna be playing? Because literally everything's on the table.
Is this what Alvin and the Chipmunks would be like if they had to talk, if they were running an Overwatch podcast? Because I am very concerned, honestly. I don't think anybody needs that. Oh. Well, we are going to be joined in the booth once again. This time around, we are going to get the GM of GDH. We're going to be joined by Ice in the booth. As soon as he joins us in here, we're going to... Oh, I heard a little Discord noise. Ice, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing just fine. Oh. Well, you know what? That's going to make things better. But Ice, you know, way back when, you were the MVP in season number 3, known for your Zenyatta plays. And, you know, it was kind of great, but what do you think? Sorry, I just took a look at the compositions here, and I'm seeing 5 hogs, and immediately got distracted away from the question here.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a bit of a choice, but to let's say an aspiring Zenyatta player, what do you think would be your #1 tip to tell them?
That's a great question. Honestly, grind the mechanics is probably the biggest thing. Zen projectile is really weird. So like definitely work on that, and also positioning as well, getting used to like where you play as Zen, because it plays a little different to other supports as well. Probably another big tip.
Interesting. And
You good over there, Ty?
what? That wasn't me.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not throwing bowls around. I'm not some kind of bowl maniac. Like, what do you think I am?
Of course. So right now, we're watching these Roadhogs absolutely destroy all these Winstons and Annas. But Ty, you had something you wanted to say?
Yeah, before you rudely interrupted me about Roadhogs destroying Winstons, but, you know, pop off, I guess. So, I try to start off everything with this, so you have plenty of time to think about it, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Jeff Kaplan has returned to Blizzard, right? He's returned to head Overwatch. He has decided that we need to hire somebody new to make a new Overwatch hero. And he is bringing you in as a potential candidate. What are you going to do for this hero? You can make any hero you want, any character you want. You can rework somebody. Can't be Brig, though. That's too easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd rework Brig, but no. Honestly, I think we needed a new tank or support desperately. Mez being pretty dry. I think what I would want to see is like another hero that has like provides movement speed other than Lucio. So like, or even like AoE like shut off like Mei, but as a tank or a support. Cause yeah, like right now, like supports, tanks, like mechanics aren't that fun. Like DPS have all the fun mechanics, so I'd love to see some of that from the support and tank.
That's a good point. Any specifics you want aside from like, you know, speed and just general crowd control?
Maybe like I fear like saying that I want a tank that's like a DPS because I don't want another hog. But definitely something like another tank that can do more damage, has like DPS potential would also be good. I think would help speed up the game.
It's a fair response as long as you're not designing Roadhog. I think we're all happy.
yeah.
Hey, Roadhog's great. I'm here for all the heroes that everyone hates, you know?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see this push actually because it looks like they're all going Reaper to counter these Roadhogs. So, you know, it's gonna be a lot of damage to be pulled in here. But
Yeah.
Ice, you know, I wanted to ask. So it's season 7 now. Like I said, you've been around for quite some time. But what was the hardest moment you think during this season for yourself? You know, someone as experienced as yourself, obviously, you've seen it all. But you know, there must have been a couple of moments, especially in this competitive environment, where things got a little bit tense. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, definitely our game against Alpha. We didn't play as well as we wanted to. Like, prepped a bit, like a couple days before, learning a new comp. Trying to grind it out. Didn't end up working, so that kind of sucked. But just in general, I mean, this season we kind of just wanted to chill. Just one last hurrah, like with all of the boys. And so for the most part, like it wasn't too tense. Like we weren't too afraid of losing. Like if we lost, it'd be like, okay, well, we'll try something else next time. Like no scrims, no practice. Like we'll just figure our way out, which is like also why I'm proud that we made it so far. But our game against Double Dukes, for sure was really close. Like we had to adapt, play a different comp. We also had to like figure out how to play Brawl without scrimming. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask about the game against Double Dukes, but you started to go into it, so I think I'm a little less curious on that. What team outside of the proven 3 or 4 teams between you, Alpha, and the Dukes probably, do you think was the most scary once you saw them starting to play in the playoffs?
Well, it was interesting seeing Battalion pick up momentum, because we did play them in stage 1. And playing against the fair every map was not fun, but but yeah, no, like seeing them do really well was really cool. But for the most part, it was just the top 4 teams that like we were really worried about.
And outside of obviously you and Dukes and Alpha, who do you think was the 4th or even next best team after that?
I would argue it would probably be Decavs. Like even when we played them in stage 2, like they were a good team. It was unfortunate they lost. But yeah, I would say they were probably the 4th team that I would say is top 4.
Alright. That actually provides a little bit of insight into my own mind, because it was Battalion who took them out? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that provides a little bit more insight, because I just saw that Battalion made a great... No, you can't be serious. You can't be running Neo Goat on me.
Goats back in.
This is the second time that a team has run a form of... I'm sick of it, man. We just got
you love to see it, depending on how you go, but Azuli just lightened up the kill feed. That was absolutely huge.
Yeah, Nano Reaper.
It's gonna be good. Ice, how do you feel about goats?
Well, the thing is, so when we first joined Tranker, like even slightly before that, was when it was Ghost meta. So we did Jujune right before, and we played goats. I mean, it was interesting. It was a good comp for us as Diamond players at the time, because we really got to understand the macro of it all, because it's very macro heavy.
Yeah.
But like after playing it for a couple months, and it got really boring. So I was excited to see 222.
Yeah. Interesting. You know, a lot of people kind of were like, oh, they're role locking us. This is the worst. But at the same time, like, otherwise, I think we would have seen the exact same game. Literally every single competitive thing ever, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was my, that was the main thing that I was, excited for about 222, was just actually having DPS players again instead of just only running goats. Like, I know that there was a time where it was, 4 DPS during goats, but, going to 222, also made that so that if you join comp, you get, 5 DPS in the Hog player.
Fair enough.
That was the biggest benefit of 222, I think, because by the end of it, we were really starting to see a lot more compositions. We were starting to see a lot of, Orisa comps come in, like when Shanghai won stage 3 with the Orisa Hog stuff.
Yeah.
They were playing, really well then. I think that really was evidence. Yeah, Clockwork Vendetta comp, where it was starting to really put its foot into that meta game. But I think that really the biggest benefit of 222 was the solutions it introduced for ranked, especially. So I think that's a really interesting thing to bring up.
Yeah, having to full flex in comp, like play every role was not great. Like it was definitely nice being able to specialize.
Especially for a game like Overwatch, where like the roles are so clearly defined, right?
Yeah, and like
waters are gonna get murkier.
Yeah, going to one game like it's just super frustrating, only having like no heals and all DPS.
Yeah. Oh, good times, good times. Do you have a particular meta that you enjoyed playing in the most?
So, obviously, I like this is entirely like beyond just like the role I play.
Yeah.
But I think when it was double shield, Doom, Reaper, that was a really fun meta to play. Because we weren't like no one was playing for shield break; it was just for pull Doom. Although I did have to play more, so not as enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think like when dive was meta, like anytime it's dive, it's fun. Not as great for support players, but it's great seeing like a high pace game and not just shooting shields all the time. So
You know what else is fast paced and also doesn't ruin your support's lives? It's a little meta called goats, baby.
All right, Ty.
Oh no! You can't be doing this.
Oh, they're
this
doing
is very
the
interesting.
They're doing a TPs.
Sim. They're setting up an intricate network of teleporters right now. This is something like you would never see in any sort of video game ever. But what I'm more curious about is what hell the car wash is going to be, and if they do run all of these Sombras, they're gonna just be able to just go right through the teleporters.
Because
this is interesting.
It makes you not targeted by turrets, right?
Yeah,
poor Heart, no! You can't hear us against his AirPods in.
He's like, never mind. Actually, I'm good over here. You guys go for it. Yeah. Oh man. So Ice, do you have a hero that you like playing just for the lulz, maybe in an off type of role, or do you just kind of like, oh, if I'm like playing, I'm playing to win, baby?
I mean, heroes like Junkrat, like just I can play. I don't have to like think too hard. I can just sit there and just spam. Like, great, super fun. Sim as well, like just walking and holding M1, also really fun.
And of course, setting up teleporters and turrets. Can't forget those.
Very complex. Pressing E before you press the left click. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
How do they hold this? Hang on.
The
Six of
turrets.
them
There's
died.
so many turrets.
Because they can teleport back so quickly.
I mean,
What a meta.
Oh, I think this is going to change the game right now.
peak Overwatch. This is what they should be doing, not 5v5. It should just be this.
I am curious to see how these Pharahs, you know, it's like they've turned somehow Overwatch into a bullet hell game. All of these orbs flying out of the sky right now.
I mean, I just feel bad for Zoner because they got to keep two Pharahs alive. That's the mercy life right there.
The turrets still being up is hilarious to me.
How did you kill them all?
They just showed up. You know what? What else did we expect from the All-Star game? Let's be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. But I just want to mention this really quickly so that, because I know some of you are thinking, oh my god, 6 sim walls would be absurd, but you cannot actually do multiple Symmetra walls at a time on one team. You can only do one per team, which is why in deathmatch, if 2 Symmetras do it, then they cancel each other out, because imagine 12 walls. That'd be.
I think that would break the game, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh man. So looking back at like your time with the Overwatch Tranquility community, what was like one of your greatest moments you would say here, Ice? Like something that just like stands out to you is just like, this is great.
Well, obviously, like when we won in season 3, that was a great feeling because it was the longest season. I think it was like 6 months.
Wow.
So that was really cool. But also just being a part of like the community, like especially the charity events. Like I love, what's it called? Like the admin pugs, like and all those events. Like really fun.
So, out of all the heroes in the game, any hero you can pick. That was a filthy shot.
That
I
was
cannot
disgusting.
believe that just happened. But
Jeez.
out of all the heroes that exist, you have to pick one and say this hero can never be changed again. They are perfectly balanced as they are, and this is the benchmark that the game should be held to. Who are you picking?
I would argue Tracer. Maybe like Tracer's been pretty much unchanged since like they have had like 1 or 2 changes, but for the most part it's been pretty much the same. And I think the concept of having very high skill ceiling heroes that have a lot of impact, but like at the same time, like she only has 150 HP, and she has recall, but it's a really long time, like for cooldown. I think that's a very balanced way of making a hero. I think having more heroes like Tracer would be a good thing. Like I would love to see more high skill ceiling heroes in the game that have a lot of impact, not just like Brig.
Yeah, and I feel like they they kind of gave the same philosophy over to Widowmaker with her 175 HP rework that they did to her. Not
Yeah.
rework, change. And I think that was a good change. I think
I mean,
her more
I
like
also
Tracer.
agree. Yeah.
And kind of curious, speaking of heroes, you know, a lot of the trailers that they put out for these heroes were super hype. Was there one hero in particular that you remember being super excited about coming out and then upon release realized, oh, well, this is just kind of whatever?
I think so. I was excited for Brig to come out because, like, I do agree, like a hero like Brig is necessary because being able to cut down dive, like counter dive, like anti dive, I guess, like is important to the health of the game. But then once she came out, it's a little broken.
Yep.
So.
Please
But, I
close
would
Pandora's box, please.
Yeah, I'd also say like Sombra, like the ARG that they did was super cool, and like just hyping up the hero. So
What was your favorite just general cinematic? Like, well, it can be any of the regular cinematics. It can be something like what they did for Brig and Doomfist, where they had the 2D cinematics, which are the ones that I really like, especially Doomfist Fight 1. You know, not trying to bias your decision at all, but what's my favorite of those cinematics?
I think mine has to be either the Hanzo one or the Rhine one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Reinhardt.
The Rhine one hit different.
Yeah, it really did.
That one.
Yeah.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty insane, and even the Genji Hanzo one was super cool.
Yeah.
Seeing those heroes.
That one was pretty awesome. And just like that, we're going to be closing out our 4th map here. It's now tied up 2-2. So, hey, we're going to the natural map number 5 for a tiebreaker. Let's watch Lazuli quickly get that Nano Death Blossom and absolutely just put people through the blender. But, hey, Ice, thanks so much for joining us in the booth here. And, you know, we wanted to give you a chance. Do you have anybody you'd like to shout out here before you take off?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to show our coach this season, Rocket, Coach Moon. Even though he came in late during like playoffs, he helped us a lot. Couldn't have asked for a better coach at the time. So, yep.
All right, awesome. Ty, you got any last words for Ice, or are we good to let him go?
Get the hell out of here.
Dang, all right. We're bringing that energy.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Ice.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate that.
Okay, well, now we are going to be getting ready for the number 5, the 5th, the final map.
Oh, don't say it. No.
This is going to be interesting, Ty. This is going to be really interesting.
The gameplay is going to be great.
Gameplay is going to be awesome because we're going to be playing a control. We're going to be doing all 3 points, except each of the teams are going to be locked into a specific role. So, for example, on the first point, they could all be tanks. On the second point, they could all be DPS. And on the third point, they could all be support players. And we're going to Lijiang Tower for this one, too. So
How it's going to work is it's going to be for Garden, everybody's going to be DPS. For Night Market, everybody's going to be support. And Control Center, everybody's going to be TP or tank. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch. It's going to be very
chaotic.
Very chaotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a small problem. We're going to have to bring in Billy God. Unfortunately.
Dang, setting this up with such spectacular fashion, right? Yeah.
No offense. We just don't like you. I'm kidding.
Don't use we here, Ty. Don't drag me down to this sinking ship.
I'll drag you down to my ship all I want.
Billy Gott is going to be joining us. The main tank from Devil Dukes is going to be in here. Obviously, you know, we saw Billy Gott on the Reinhardt earlier, upon which also too, Ty, I'd like to say you said that he was just getting MTD'd left and right. So, you know, maybe you should ask him about that, huh?
No, I don't think I will. But
justice will be served.
There will be no justice.
Right, of course.
There's no justice in this world. There's only pain. And that pain is in the form of Billy Gott.
Oh, dang. All right.
But, as you said, we're moving into Lijiang Tower, and, oh god, there they are.
Yeah, here I am.
Have arrived.
Tragically.
How's it going, Billy?
How's it going? I'm chilling.
Going worse
Having
now.
a good time.
Ty's ready to throw hands with you, Billy. Can you please explain why?
No, I
couldn't
can't.
tell you. I just gotta be the bigger man here, you know? Just hands up. Listen.
I'm sorry. I would like to ask for forgiveness for my attitude towards Billy Gott. They are an amazing person. They're a good player. Great main tank player for the Marsupial organization. I would never say anything bad about that team. They are a fantastic person. Please subscribe to their OnlyFans.
Well, all right.
Okay, all right, wonderful. Glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah, you know, just right off the top, that's how we roll here on the All-Star Game, right?
Yeah, of course.
Scripted from Booth.
All right.
Some weeks.
Anyways, so Billy, I'm going to give you this question. I want you to think. I'm going to give you. You have the entire map to think about it. You don't have to answer it immediately.
Okay.
But Jeff Kaplan has come back to Overwatch. He is looking for somebody to design a new hero for this game. He wants it to be fresh. He wants it to be interesting. What are you going to do? You can do anything with any character in the lore except for Rita because it makes it too easy. What are you going to do?
Okay, I have a serious answer and I have a joke answer. Which would you rather hear?
Oh, both. Please lay them on me.
Okay, my serious answer is I would rework Ryan to actually be playable right now. In more than like 2 scenarios.
Yep.
My joke answer is I would add a really funny character who has 2 modes and can hide their crit hitbox and generate 75 shields per person they're around and moves at Mach 4 and can slam people for 100 damage.
I don't like the Sands
It'd be really funny. Yeah, it's totally Hanzo. Yeah.
My favorite tank with a pile drive.
I love when Hanzo just generates shields, you know?
Yeah, no, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
The in-lore explanation is confusing.
I hate getting charged by a samurai with 5,000 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you could tell that things were getting a little bit out of hand when the in-lore stuff started going multiversal in order to introduce some of these concepts, but, you know, Spider-Man can do it, so can Hanzo.
Into the Hanzo-verse.
Speaking of the Spider-Man movie, just want to remind everybody, please, if you are in a situation where you want to be seeing this movie early, do not spoil it for people. It's very important. This is going to be one of the biggest movies of the year. Like, this is going to be a completely original film, unlike, for example, Dune, where there's a book, and there's also been a previous movie. Don't watch it. It was terrible. But the
You have a
original,
wrong opinion.
original Dune was terrible. Not the new Dune was fine, but the original movie from, like, the 70s or whatever it was, oh, that was terrible.
Oh, yeah, no, that was awful.
But do not spoil Spider-Man No Way Home. If you do, you are a bad person. Anyways, Billy, you can pick any player who's currently in the lobby to duo with. Who you pick?
Am I looking to gain or lose SR?
You were looking to have a good time.
Okay.
That as you will.
I'm gonna drop to bronze. I'm gonna play with Cam. Cam is one of the hardest anchors I've ever seen. It's like tungsten, really. No, Cam is a good player. I would probably actually do it with Cam. I know I'm the best out of anyone here.
Okay.
Went for the tungsten pole too, by the way.
You guys were wondering why I was just bullying Billy before they even got in here, but I think it's pretty clear now.
Man, I wonder why.
Yeah, well, maybe something to do with this ego. Just let this go.
What ego?
What ego? I don't know.
They're just handsome, good-looking, and super smart.
Yeah, like you're gonna get an ego if you're like me.
Actually, one of the most well-beloved figures in the world, United States President Billy Goat.
Yeah, that would be a terrible idea.
Let's do it.
A great one, depending. Oh man! All right, Billy. You know, this is the end of season 7 for the Transcendence League. You know, what was one of your funnest memories coming from this entire season?
Oh God. The entirety of any game with Devil Dukes is kind of just hilarious.
Okay.
We have a very special idea of how we play the game.
Yeah.
It's not good. And we all hate the game, and we're all pretty goofy. That's the thing.
Yep.
I think collectively we resemble, in terms of our brain cell count, more of a sea cucumber than a human.
Oh, gotcha.
No, any game with Devil Dukes, it's just a good time. We have fun.
Yeah.
Most of the time when we're not playing Overwatch.
Important distinction.
when we're playing Jackbox, we're having a great time. But when we boot up this crap, no,
sometimes we just sit in silence and immediately just having more fun.
Yeah, no, we'll just pause and instantly it's a whole mood reset for the whole team.
It's the challenge scrim, no comms. Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Between map 1 and map 3, I was opening Destiny 2.
Oh no!
I had 0 frames on map 3 because I still had it open.
What is wrong with you?
What do you mean? What's wrong with me?
First off, you opened Destiny 2.
Okay, I'll put up League of Legends. Yeah, here.
No, that's
an
worse.
improvement. That's an improvement.
No, it isn't.
It's not an improvement.
It's definitely a downgrade.
Who's asking?
My cousin had the ending of Avengers Endgame spoiled for him in a League of Legends comp game. So, you know what? That says a lot about the community.
I did too. I also had I think it was the Last Jedi spoiled for me as well through League.
Oh boy. And yet you still go back, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Anyways, Overwatch.
Yep.
It's a game.
Oh, actually, more importantly, we were talking about this with a previous interviewee, but I feel like it's important to mention it again now. What is your favorite tower to use in Bloons Tower Defense?
Oh
boy. Really putting me on the spot here.
I mean, I think that most people would have an answer ready.
I like the sniper. And it's definitely, I can tell you, it's definitely not just because it's the only one I remember right now.
Definitely not.
I just like the idea of a monkey with a rifle. It's why I love the Planet of the Apes movies, you know? Very fun, engaging.
How do you feel about James Franco? Speaking of the Planet of the Apes movies.
He sure is a person.
There we go.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Speaking of monkeys with guns, what's your opinion on Surf's Up?
Are you talking about the penguin surfing movie from like 2009?
From 2007. I
think I saw that in theaters. No, I was way too young to see it in theaters. I would have been screaming. I don't have an opinion. No comment.
No comment. All right.
No comment on 2007 Surf's Up.
My recommendation is to check it out again because it is a genuinely really good movie. It's my second favorite. Listen, it's actually my second favorite Sony movie, only second because Spider-Verse is literally my favorite movie of all time.
That's a respectable
That is
response.
high praise for a very subpar movie.
What do you mean subpar? How dare you? I haven't seen it, but Ty says it's good.
I'm the weird one here.
Yeah, disliking Surf's Up, how dare you? But
so that's a shatter.
Yeah,
Gone quite far away from Overwatch.
Yeah. But just to bring it back here, unfortunately, we pulled you out for this 5th map. Which mode do you think you would have had the most fun with? All support, all tank, or all DPS?
Oh god. You know, I really think that my Brig goes kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Or my Lucio, I fall off the map at an unprecedented rate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, all my characters do. It's kind of it's my passive.
Okay, gotcha.
You know.
You can tell.
It's a Billy passive, yeah.
Us casters are very aware of
Yeah.
the Billy passive of... I can't curse. I was going to make a joke, but I can't curse. Of dying frequently on cooldown.
Yeah. The exact wording is if Billy Gout is on the map for 20 consecutive seconds, they are teleported to the bottom of the map.
Oh no.
You get teleported to Overwatch's blast though.
Yeah.
You go so hard, you go right back to the Overwatch beta.
Yeah.
It's dark
Hey,
down there.
time to play Roadhog.
I wake up in a cold sweat with Bastion with that shield in front of him, and I just,
Oh.
I don't know.
Hiss! Why
Terrifying.
would you say that? Hiss!
Hiss. Did you just actively hiss on an Overwatch cast?
I did, because I got reminded of Bastion with shields!
Okay. Good to know. So, speaking of that, Billy, what is your least favorite change they made to a hero?
I think, removing Ryan's like 3-second shatter was the worst thing they possibly could have done ever. And that's just because I play the hero. Shatter is more of a, what's the word? It's more of a deterrent now than anything else. And I don't just say that because I can't hit one for my life. I say that because it's not fun when I do hit one.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't know, but...
I wouldn't know.
Yikes.
No, occasionally I Ryan duel, like, some plat players and I feel better about myself. Like Bubba Wyatt.
That one's
can
for
vouch.
me.
It's just constant.
Yeah.
Allow me to introduce you to me.
Oh, you want a Ryan duel?
Can we get it officially casted as a preseason event next season?
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
listen.
No. Damn it. Maybe.
Oh, okay, that's a different answer. It's maybe.
We're moving up the world.
Yeah, we are.
See, that's what people want to see, the caster versus the players.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be a fun event, actually.
I can
No, I
barely be
think-
counted as a player at this point.
I think casters would get rolled. Not speaking from personal experience, but you know.
Like, but it's gonna be fun. I mean, I'm excited to finally be an MVP.
Yeah, you know.
No offense to you guys.
Ouch. Billy, did you get into the experimental patch at all when that was still live?
Oh, I did. For the first like 20 or so minutes, I wasn't aware it was a joke, and I was actually having a good time. Then I was told the terrible news that this will not be going live. And
Oh.
my couldn't get out of bed the next morning.
Dang. You need
I think a
heart
lot of
rate
us
reset
were
after
in
that.
a
Yeah,
similar boat.
yeah. I gotta close Overwatch real quick. No, it was just goofy. We haven't gotten a patch since like August. Crazy.
Actually. And just for my own curiosity, did you get a May Ice Block kill?
I did.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Get a sound barrier kill.
Yeah, absolutely. No, those are the two things that I went for.
Oh boy.
I think we all did.
In this scenario of like characters getting changed, I'm not gonna play my usual characters because that means I'd have fun playing them.
Yeah.
And if I have fun playing them on main tank, that's like a danger.
Yeah.
That means I'm gonna play different in scrims. I'm done.
Yeah. You're gonna remember the feeling of fun.
Yeah.
And we can't have
Yeah.
marsupials knowing you have happiness.
I blame my not grandfather. I blame my semifinals
grandfather?
loss on that. No.
I blame my grandfather
Yeah, yeah.
for having fun.
Yeah. No, totally. My grandfather had fun when he played Overwatch. It's just a genetic thing.
Oh no.
Born into it.
Yeah.
So,
But it's my lineage's curse.
Quick,
That's
break the
what it is.
cycle, break the cycle.
I can't. He keeps dragging me back.
you can break free, Billy. I believe in you.
I don't believe in me. Thank
Oh
you.
no.
Well, have you heard of this little thing called Team Fortress 2?
Can I leave early? Is that an option I have here?
You asked for this!
Just opens up Destiny.
You used my mistakes to fangle your way into this, and now you want to leave early? No, you're stuck.
Gotta grind up early for the Witch Queen patch, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to finish Beyond Light,
Oh, there you go.
but I'm too lazy.
So, out of all the heroes in the game, right?
Right.
Who do you think is the most well-balanced outside of your role? Because I know you're probably going to say Reinhardt or Winston or something.
I think Tracer's always like a good metric of how a meta is. If she can like actively play the game as an 150 HP character, it's usually in a pretty decent place. Of course, there are exceptions to this law, like this meta.
Yeah. This meta of 6 supports.
Yeah, the 6 support meta we're looking at. She's not playable right now.
It's just broken, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of meta when you think about it. They can't play Tracer, so does that mean it's a broken meta? Or does that mean the hero is broken?
No, the meta is just broken. They need a patch right now.
Yeah.
Can we get like a hot fix? Can we pause real quick?
Yeah, we had enough of those pauses earlier, so.
Oh, true. No, honestly, I owe Turtle money after that one. I was like mid-fight in Destiny, and the map was about to end. I was terrified. I could not tab out.
So what happened specifically? Like, because we know Turtle was, dead.
I have no clue. I was not on their team.
Okay, so
I just knew. I was scared that I might need to actually like lose my fight in Destiny or combat log. That would have been the worst case scenario for me. My night would have been ruined right there.
I'm not sure how that relates, but I'll take
Priorities!
Priorities!
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how these two things are related.
Okay, I was
crashing.
I was playing Destiny and he started crashing.
Yeah,
so the game was paused, so I had an extra like 10 minutes.
Oh wait, they won on the C9. That's cool.
Carly Niner.
You hate
That's a
to see
tragedy.
that. It really is.
Wait, so
But, Billy, that's the end of map number 5, and that's going to be the end of the All-Star game. So before we close things out, you got any shoutouts or any last words you'd like to say?
I actually do, thank you. I was trying to figure out a way to word this. Harmony tier is the most marketable because they have the most players. Not my words. Please do not quote me. That is all. That is all I have to say.
That's it. Nobody just shout out. Nobody you love that you think deserves more attention. Just, Harmony is marketable.
No. No, I can't think of anyone.
Solid. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us in the booth for the very last map here, Billy, and hope you have a good night.
Yeah, thank you. You guys too.
Peace
You
out.
get some rest after your hard-fought battles in the All-Star
I'll see you in
game.
Destiny 2.
It was in Destiny, not in All Stars. See you guys later. GGs.
See ya. All right, Sai. Well, we have made it to the end of the night, and Indigo has just won based off of that last C9 there. But a lot of goofs, a lot of gags. Well, what did you think about the night?
Well, I mean, I think that compared to last night, I think that the interviews last night were still fun, but I think tonight, I think it's been proven that the trans tier players have no brain cells, so, I feel vindicated in that take that I had before. And also, if I remember correctly, last night, Indigo also won, so, really proving that Indigo is the superior color, best color. Don't at me.
Is aura really a color, though? Because I'm pretty sure that's the old word for gold, isn't it? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I took a minor in chemistry in university.
That just means that Indigo as a color is more powerful than metals.
And literal gold.
And physical entities, so...
All right, well, we hope you guys had fun playing and watching this wonderful All-Star game. Make sure to follow the channel because, hey, we've got more All-Star madness happening tomorrow. It's going to be the Discord tier All-Stars. Ty, what can you tell us about the Discord tier All-Stars compared to maybe the Transcendence tier All-Stars?
Well, tonight was complete and utter moronicness with our interviewees. Last night, we had absolute philosophers. So tomorrow, we're in between. It should be between the dumb and the dumber. It should be dumbish.
The dumbish. I actually like that. I consider myself dumbish, honestly. So, that works out. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This is casted by, or not even casted. I'd say like the interviews were run by myself, Mark, and Ty Munster. And tonight we had as a producer. thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to follow Overwatch Tranquility in all of the different socials, Discord, Twitter, all of that jazz. It's going to be great. But that just about wraps it up for us over here. Ty, you want to close us out for tonight?
Yeah, sure. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Make sure you're eating, make sure you're drinking. Those are very important things. Please do not procrastinate your sleep just because it means you're going to have less free time to do tonight. Tomorrow, you need your rest, so get some good sleep and have a wonderful night, you beautiful, beautiful people.